going to take you through my favorite shoulder mobility drills that I usually do for my warm-up on an upper body day. If you're not hitting an upper body day, these are still good drills to do to kind of loosen things up, make sure your shoulders, scapulas, all of this stuff is moving properly and feeling good for just day to day. So we're gonna go jump into this. If you are not following the YouTube yet, make sure go subscribe, give this video a like, and we'll have more helpful videos coming. Let's go get into these mobility drills. We're gonna start with some thoracic spine mobility. That's gonna be right in that like mid-back area. And we're gonna do rotation here. So one of my go-tos is a cable rotation, setting up right here, and then rotating all the way through and back. The big thing here is trying to get that rotation to come from the mid-back, not just from this arm pulling back, and then driving that hip forward as we rotate. So we should get a really big stretch kind of right through here. Next, we're gonna get more into the shoulder blades or the scapulas. So I have two different drills that I usually do for here. One, and my favorite, is just gonna be scapular raises. So this is gonna be basically doing the initiation of a pull-up to where I'm hanging, and then I'm just pulling my shoulder blades back and down and back. The other one that I typically do, if you're not able to do these that well, is to grab a band, which I need to go grab, with a lighter band. If you're not able to do the scapular raises, we're gonna set a band up right here, like we're gonna row, and then we can either just kind of do that same scapular motion, pulling back, reaching forward, just trying to use those shoulder blades. And then we can also do some rotations with the scapulas, working around. I like doing these because they help kind of get that shoulder blade moving well, kind of in all directions, which when we get into upper body work, pressing or pulling, it's gonna help the shoulder feel more stable with pressing, and it's gonna help it pull and get a better contraction with any sort of rowing or pulling that we're doing. So making sure to hit the scapulas, very important. I like to move into more actual shoulder joint stuff with some rotation. We're gonna tie this off about shoulder level, and then we're stepping out so that we're right here in this position, and then rotating down. What I have you focus on here is not letting this part kind of collapse down here. We're trying to imagine this elbow being like on a table, and then just rotating right here. So as we start to get comfortable with these, I personally like to have them be a little more snappy, which I've found to be really helpful with shoulder health, and just having that shoulder be able to withstand all of that movement. It helps it respond better to bench pressing or being under stress. It helps adapt better to it. Lastly, for some lats, again, kind of work some more shoulder joint, a little bit of the scapula, in just a little bit different way. We're gonna take a little bit heavier band, probably some sort of black or like purple band, a little bit thicker. Again, looping this around, going one arm through, band right at the bottom of the elbow. You can grab behind if you want. I like to, don't have to, but we're standing here then. What this is doing, getting a big stretch through this lat here, also working the shoulder blade in the back to kind of depress down, and then holding here, getting this kind of overhead position, pressing down a little bit, contracting that lat, relaxing, letting it pull a little bit deeper into the stretch. I like doing this one before any sort of like pull-up day or any sort of like overhead pressing, because it helps get the shoulder comfortable with that overhead position. This is also really good if you're doing front squats to help the front rack position. All right, guys, that's gonna wrap this upper body mobility warm-up. Make sure, drop a comment below what you thought and what else you want to see as far as mobility goes, training goes, whether it's upper body, lower body, lats, shoulders, hips, whatever. I wanted to put out helpful content, so let me know what you want to see and what can be most beneficial for you. These are just a few of the drills that I do most often for my warm-up. I've got a huge Rolodex of them in the app. Link below. You'll be able to see all of them and resources to all of them, how to do them, how they're helpful, all that sort of stuff. So make sure, like I said, subscribe, follow along for more training tips, training updates, and we'll catch you in the next video.